Welcome back to Boxing with Bart, and today we're going to talk about a fight that no one under the sun wants to see, and that fight is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando Rolly Romero. Now, the truth is, and getting this out the way before I get some criticism for saying what I just said, is that I do understand that Romero is the mandatory for Gervonta Tank Davis, but with that said, we the fans deserve something much better than Romero. We definitely should get a fighter like Gervonta Tank Davis versus, I would like to see him versus George Kambosos at lightweight, Vasily Lomachenko, which is a fight that most of us have been salivating for many years now. Even a Devin Haney will be an amazing fight. I understand that Teofimo Lopez is no longer a lightweight. He had to move on after what George Kambosos did to him. He had to move up to junior welterweight, 140 pounds. But I would not be mad if I see Gervonta Tank Davis versus a Ryan Garcia, the Twitter champion that's always out there huffing and puffing and talking all that trash and never backs it up. Or even a Joseph Diaz. Those are fights that I would like to see. I wouldn't even complain about a rematch with Isaac Cruz. Now, with that being said, let's focus on this fight. We have no other option. This is the fight in front of us. And Rolly Romero, a guy that he's a wild card in the sense that he just goes out there, start throwing hard shots, throws cautions to the wind, and he's hoping for a KO. Unfortunately, Gervonta Tank Davis is too smart, too sharp, and too strong, and will be able to put a stop to whatever Romero's will bring to the table. Now, Gervonta Davis got 26 victories and 24 KOs. That means the young man has power. He possesses two cannons, especially that uppercut that he has that he put Leo Santa Cruz to sleep with, or either, his right hand, his straight left. He's a southpaw, straight left, which will put anybody to sleep. Now, let's talk about Romero, a guy that has 14 fights, 12 KOs, no losses. Romero's had fought no one worth mentioning, no one at all. I am not a fan of Romero getting this chance to face someone so vicious like Tank Davis so early in his career. This is going to do to Romero's the same thing that Fernando Vargas went through when he faced a killer by the name of Tito Trinidad. This will be the end for Romero once Tank Davis is done with him. No one will know who Romero is afterwards. Unfortunately, I will have to agree 100% with Shakur Stevenson when he called him trash. That's not to say that Romero has not accomplished decent things in boxing. You cannot say great things because he has not accomplished anything great. But the mere fact that we're talking about him says that he has accomplished something. Now, I don't think that Romero is going to get a fair chance in this fight, meaning if it goes 12 rounds, which I don't think it will, we all know that Tank is going to outbox him. And if it ends by a KO, we know that Tank is going and will put him to sleep. Romero is out of his league. They're rushing the young man. It seems like Floyd Mayweather's fed up with Romero, his little antics and his trash talking, and he will be put to sleep. Now, what should have Romero done instead of taking the fight with Tank Davis? Romero should have fought a Javier Fortuna, a guy that does not have a lot of power, but yet is durable and has some good boxing skills. He could have even faced a Richard Comey. That would have been an amazing fight. Even though I do think that Richard Comey possessed too much power for him, or an Isaac Cruz. And Isaac Cruz would have been a wonderful step up for him to gauge where he's at after what we saw Isaac Cruz, the way he performed versus Tank Davis, that would have been an amazing, amazing fight. Now, my wish for Romero would have been him versus a Ryan Garcia. We've all seen them sparring, and at least I saw them sparring. And I will never forget how he dominated Ryan Garcia, a young Ryan Garcia that was outweighted by not Tank Davis. Romero outweighted Ryan Garcia on the sparring by about 12 pounds, but just not much for sparring, but, you know, with the headgear and all that kind of trash. But at the end of the day, he did outweigh him. So I would have loved to seen Romero versus Ryan Garcia. That would have been a great fight. But I do think that Ryan would have put him to sleep. Ryan possessed a lot of power with that hook, left number 3, left hook. And to conclude this video, I do think that Romero is out of his league. I do think Romero will go to sleep, and finally someone will be able to shut his mouth. I don't think Romero makes it out of the 6th. Unfortunately, Romero will not be heard of again after this fight. I want to thank you guys for listening to this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.